Wasn't that locked? How did you do that?
Yes, being dead does have a few perks.
What are you here for? Quickly, time is money.
Oh, well, I had notes somewhere. Do you have anywhere where I could rig up a PowerPoint presentation?
You do remember it's the 18th century.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's really a shame. I worked very hard on that. The fonts and the colors were really quite beautiful. The transitions, now those were something to behold.
Just get on with it. Oh. State your purpose, man.
All right. You have been a very bad man.
Prove it.
Well, I have been a very bad man, and you have lived a life much like mine.
Humbug.
And look how I have turned out. Look at these chains.
Oh, well, they're quite becoming, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Are they real silver?
You know, wait a blooming minute. They're very heavy, and I must carry them wherever I go. That is the burden that I must now bear. I'm trying to spare you a similar fate. Eternity in these chains.
Why don't you just take them off?
You know, I've never thought of that. Excuse me. Oh, I don't believe they come off.
Maybe you're just not strong enough. You always were a sissy.
See, I told you, you're not a very nice man. Nonetheless, I have come to warn you. Tonight, you will be visited by 3 spirits.
Oh, no, not tonight. No, that won't work at all.
Oh, well, then perhaps we can reschedule. What might work for you?
Well, I don't like spirits.
Frightened? Are we screwed?
Humbug.
The black lung.
Molly, now if you know they're coming, you must know why. Why don't you just tell me their messages, and we'll avoid a lot of bother.
But they've sent me ahead to warn you.
Honestly, this is the bloke they send?
Tonight you will be visited by 3 spirits. Listen, Ebenezer, and listen well. The first spirit will come when the clock strikes 1.
Well, it's nearly 1 now.
Oh dear, things are running a bit behind, aren't they? Well, perhaps I could call them up on the telly and move it back to more 2:15-ish. Will that work?
Come now, Marley. Can't you just give me their messages? Why all the build-up?
Well, I'm telling you, it's really better coming from them. They're much more they're more frightening.
I should hope so.
This really would have been better with a PowerPoint.
Molly, can you just give me their names? That way when they visit, I may properly greet them.
Well, I can't see how that would hurt. There's the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas... Oh, Blas, what's his name? It's not then, it's not now, it's... Oh, I knew I'd bugger it up without the PowerPoint. Not past, present...
Future?
Yes, that's it! Future. How did you know that? You were always so smart.
So let me get this straight. Christmas past, well, we can't do much about that now, can we? Christmas present, pretty sure I'm busy that day. Now, all we need to do is deal with Mr. Future. Now, what was his message again?
Oh, I'm telling you, Ebenezer, it really ought to come from him. He's the creepiest of them all, no lie. Because he doesn't even talk. He doesn't even talk so much as point. He's got this long, bony finger, a bit like Pinocchio, but a finger. And he points, and he's got this hood, and he's got a black face that I can't see, and red beady eyes, and he's pointing, and he doesn't talk, he just goes, woo.
That sounds quite frightening. How am I supposed to understand what he is saying when all he's doing is pointing and wooing and no talking?
Well, no, it's quite clear based upon what he's pointing and wooing at. It's right there.
And what would that be exactly?
Well, in your case, it's a grave.
Mm-hmm.
It's your grave.
Everyone dies.
Yes, but yours is really quite frightening, I'm telling you. It's really awful. Seriously, there's a creepy grave, and nobody's there to mourn because no one really likes you very much. And there's fire, and there's smoke. Oh, and Tiny Tim doesn't make it. That's right. I don't know what it has to do with anything, but he does not make it. And it's really quite a sad scene because they have his little crutch, that he hobbles around on, and it's leaning up there against this tiny gravestone, and there's people that are very sad, and every time I look at it, I promised myself I would not get emotional. I am so sorry. So embarrassed.
What is the point of showing me all of this?
Well, to get you to change your life. Oh, I said too much.
Ooh, change my life, huh? Now, how do I go about getting out of that?
Well, the way they showed it to me, it's really quite beautiful. You got to picture it. Just have a seat. PowerPoint would be best, but I'll try to do it justice. All right. So you wake up tomorrow morning and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm not dead because we didn't kill you. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, so you wake up and you're quite happy about it. So you do this little I'm not dead dance because you're so happy. And then you run over to your bedroom window and you open the window and everything outside is bright and shiny and clean and beautiful because it's Christmas morning and snow has fallen and a little boy comes running down the lane and you yell, little boy running down the lane, buy me a turkey for the Cratchits. So he goes and he buys a turkey and it's the biggest turkey anybody's ever seen. It's a giant turkey. And he takes it over to the Cratchits and then you go over to the Cratchits with a big bag of toys upon your back and you go over and you ring the doorbell and no one's happy to see you because you're not a very nice man. And you say, I'm not a mean man anymore, and they're very happy about it. So they welcome you in, and you give them toys, and you put Tiny Tim up on your shoulders, and everybody's happy and smiling, and you're smiling.
So let me get this straight. I wake up.
Yes.
I dance.
Yes.
I run over to the window. I buy a turkey.
Yes.
I take it over.
Yes.
I put Tiny Tim on my shoulders.
Yes.
We're done, right?
And you smile.
And I smile.
Yes, you might want to work on that last part a bit.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh dear. Okay, it's really more like this. See the corners of your... let me show you. See the corners of your mouth should come a bit up a bit. Just right, yes, like that at the edges. It's a bit like that, except it should be more permanent. It should stay when I let go. Now that I look at you, it really takes years off. You look fantastic. I'm not just saying that.
Off to bed then.
Well, I guess so, yes.
So we're good. The spirits, the past, present, future, we've been able to avoid all of that.
Well, I think so. I'm seeing real progress, some real remorse here, so all that I need to do is ring up the other spirits and tell them that they don't need to arrive at 1 o'clock, because let me tell you, if I forgot to tell them and they showed up, they would be very angry. Have a good night.
Bah humbug.